Hi and welcome to the Martin Bell Show. Hopefully you've been keeping well, and in the video today I'm going to be doing an update on my goals. So this is one of the first watches that I purchased myself. The reason being I got this watch because it was the beginning of my journey of self-development for personal finances and self-development, gain of knowledge, social skills improvement, and many different aspects of life of self-development. So the reason why I got this watch was because it was around £80, and it was the most expensive watch I spent so far on a watch. And I have to say it looks really pretty, and it is a knockoff of a certain designer watch. I can't remember its name, but I won't be spending, I think it was around £3,000 for the actual watch that make that watch properly, but I won't be spending that amount of money on this watch just yet, unless I have large sums of money. So I had other goals in mind, and I set my goals for 2021, and the first one is to have £5,000 invested into a self-invested personal pension, and number 2 is to have £1,500 invested into a stocks and shares ISA. And my other goals are to wake up at 5 AM daily with no expectations, and is to beat the sun up before everyone else, so I get loads of things done before people are even woken up and started their day. And that is a good motivation for me, because then it makes you push forward for the rest of the day. And then I feel less sluggish, and I feel like, yeah, when I start to laze around and don't do things, I start to feel sluggish, and then it makes me feel low. So it's also important to read daily, and that's another one I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be studying bookkeeping, because I have completed the first part of bookkeeping, and I might even do that part-time, and maybe in my spare days off that I'm not working my normal job, and to bring in some extra income, and that will probably all be invested after taxes and fees and costs. And once I've hit all them investment goals, it would be to set new goals, and obviously the numbers would be increased. But once I've hit them two first goals of having the £5,000 invested into myself invested personal pension and £1,500 in the ISA, I'm going to treat myself to another watch. And the reason being is this is my first watch you've seen right here of the beginning of the journey, and then I've decided to go for this watch here. And this is like the second step of my journey. And the reason being is that the first watch is like the beginning of the journey, and this watch is like I've just started my journey, and it's starting to snowball, and it's starting to work. And the reason being, as well as I don't really want to spend £1,500 on the watch. I think I originally set them to get that £1,500 watch. I initially set I had to have 100,000 or so. I can't remember how much it was invested. Even if it is £100,000 invested, that watch is 1.5% of an investment portfolio, and that's too much for me, a percentage to spend, where my money could be working elsewhere until I get, obviously it starts to drip a lot more, and then I can start maybe to think about spending more money on a luxury watch, which is because that's just stupid, spending £1,500 on a watch until it starts to really drip some proper money, well, large sums of money anyway. So I've decided to go for this watch instead, which is £109. I think it is actually kind of like a spin-off knockoff of an actual new Rolex watch, but I don't really want to spend 15, 20, 25, 30 grand on the Rolex watch, where if I could spend that money instead into my self-invested personal pension, or my ISA, or other investment options, or even get into some real estate. So there's no point spending large sums of money until I start making the drips, because this is a bit more realistic. It's £109, and then if I have £6,500 invested, and then you're only spending £100 on the watch, it's a bit more of a realistic treat as well, and I can't just justify spending £1,500 on a watch just straight away just yet. And once I do hit them goals, the numbers won't be, they'll be a lot harder, long further out. Instead of 5, it might be, next time round it might be £15,000 invested into a SIP, or 10,000 in the ISA. I haven't set the goals yet, but the numbers will start to jump up a bit more than just like staggered 5, 10, 15. The numbers will have to grow a bit more before I get another watch, because you can only wear so many watches, and I do want it to actually have some meaning as well, deep meaning. And the second watch is got, it's gonna be like I'm actually getting my life more into order, and now it's actually working. And this watch will be a nice treat to remind myself, yes, my life is starting to go more in the right direction, and I got my life more onto track. So if you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more of my content, then please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Clicking the bell notification button gets you notified when I next release a video, or even if I go live. We don't just talk about finances, we also play video games, where sometimes we do talk about finances, or sometimes just chill and relax and play some video games. I also do news and give you my thoughts and opinions, as well as I document my investments and how they are doing, my purchase orders and my dividends, and my drips that it produces, like per month or quarter or annually. So that's just showing you documentation right from the beginning to where I am at this moment in time. So thank you for watching, and I'm really looking forward to making more content, and I hope you find this video useful and it helps you get your life onto track and sorting out your finances or getting out of toxic debt. Thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you all soon.